This person says that they see Donald Trump getting more power in response to my video when I say that he is crumbling and his grip and hold in the United States is dismantling faster than ever. And they didn't see it. And here's the thing, you're absolutely correct that he is getting more power. And that is what happens. Power corrupts. Donald Trump is the type of person, if you give him a finger, he'll take a hand. You give him an inch, he'll take a yard. And with each expansive overreach of power, with each overplaying their hand, they are acting to meet the needs of the 22% of the population. Donald Trump did not win the majority popular vote in the United States presidential election 2024. He got 49%. So that means he lost the popular vote. Also, Donald Trump did not win the majority election. We're being ruled by the tyranny of the minority. Sadly, the United States have an apathetic voter base. 90 million people sat out. 77 million people allegedly voted for him, 75 million for Kamala. That means 138 something did not vote for Donald Trump. The majority of people in the United States did not vote for Donald Trump. Right now, he's underwater in all the swing states. He is losing ground amongst the women, the Latino voters, the youth voters, and the low-income voters. Those are his core base. I said in January, early on, I said Donald Trump is going to erode the confidence in this base in a fast time compared to last time. From 2016 to 2020, his terrible policies caused a lot of people to leave MAGA, hence why he lost in 2020, right? That's part of it. Now, he's doing what in 10 months what he did last time in 4 years. And so that makes sense why he's losing, because of the overreach. Because when he was the Supreme Court allowed him to dismantle agencies, to fire people really super quickly. He said, okay, let me start now with trying to just use my ICE agents to deport U.S. citizen children with cancer, tackle old ladies and grandmas and grandpas and our neighbors and food truck drivers and all these sorts of stuff, and put it on TV so internationally. Remember what caused the United States to change its mind regarding civil rights? Not necessarily the Freedom Riders or Martin Luther King or Selma, Alabama. It was the images of United States police officers hosing and sicking the dogs on their black citizens. That was embarrassing. This administration is not embarrassed, but the people who back them are embarrassed. From CK, Donald Trump, the way he treated the funeral of CK as a political ploy, a lot of the Christians would open their eyes. So he's eroding his base with each overreach in power, with them overplaying their hand to extinct it. Chrissy Nome saying, tackle these people. And Stephen Miller is saying, go for it, boys. And they're responding by brutalizing. Donald Trump saying, I'm sending the troops. He's asking his military to practice on American citizens. People see that this man has declared war on his own nation. And they're seeing that the Republicans in Congress are refusing to not only not rein him in, they're protecting pedophiles. So everyone sees it. I just don't understand how they don't see to the extent to which they are really unpopular. Donald Trump's, like I say, his ratings are underwater. Anyone who was running for office starting in January 2020 that is on a Republican ticket, they're hiding the fact that they're Republicans. Watch the ads. They're just saying this thing. They're not putting the fact that they're Republican. They're not putting anything. They're not backing Donald Trump. The few who are going to lose. So that's how unpopular are. They're going to be running away from his policies. And this is why I said in my video, it's up to the Democrats to make sure they do their job to get 50% as much as possible in the to win turnout. Because when people turn out, that means we've activated that audience, that base, that sleeping cell. All we need is 10% of those 90 million people to sat out, and that's the end of it. We get the 2/3 majority. We get a veto-proof majority. Donald Trump is a lame duck. And so with that veto-proof majority, we remove him. You impeach and remove. And after that, you just pluck off the rest of them. And we have the authority, we have the chairmanships, we have subpoena power. There's a lot of stuff that could be done. The fact that the Democrats are not backing down is good. All of the polls say that the Republicans own this. Donald Trump owned this. He said it back in 2013 or whatever, it's before when Obama was president. And whoever's the president, they own the thing. So even though it looks like he's getting more power, and that's the thing, it's how he's responding to that. He's responding to the power by just digging in deeper. Digging his heels is sinking in. But you know why he's sinking in? Because we're closer and closer to the Epstein files. Do you notice? I said this when ABC did their last dump. I said, be ready for it. We're going to have a lot of it. Everyone said, I wasn't the only person when they did that last time. Because you know what that did? That revealed Elon was in there. And Peter Thiel was in there. There's a video I'm going to share with this woman who went through all of Donald Trump's colleagues. Donald Trump already said back then Palm Beach was a different time. That's essentially a confession. And with the video I'm going to show you, and follow this account. I'm going to show you this video with this woman who was kind of like, these are all his colleagues. And that is the truth that's going to come out in those files. And it's going to look really disgusting. It's going to look nasty. The fact that he said Palm Beach was a different time is kind of like, be prepared for what you're going to see. It's embarrassing. And I heard someone else, as a reporter that covered Donald Trump, said he's scared. That reporter said that he's not just scared that Epstein's files. He's scared that there have been subpoenas for the stealing the top secret documents and taking them Mar-a-Lago, what's going to be discovered there. They're going to find out that he was trying to sell off our records to the highest bidder in Russia. There's going to be revealed that he most likely, that's what I believe, this is my opinion, he's going to be revealed to be a Russian asset. He's going to reveal that Russian has something on him. You know, the whole Steele dossier thing that seemed to be debunked, but there's a lot there that we just don't know. There's a lot of stuff that's been buried. And so there's a fear. And then also his health. He knows he's decline in health. You see his speech. Did you see his speech during the address at Quantico? He was slurring his words. He's just like, he doesn't look well. He has that orange spray tans, the cankles, his neck, everything about him. He's going down in health wise, and he knows it. They're putting J.D. Vance more in the front. You didn't see Kamala Harris as much out in front during Joe Biden's first year in office. You see J.D. Vance because they're kind of like preparing themselves. And J.D. Vance, they say he's doing well, I guess, relatively speaking, whatever, but they're preparing. And not necessarily the 25th Amendment, if I understand it, has to be something that not just the vice president, but his entire cabinet has the 25th Amendment him out. And I don't see that happening right now, honestly. I think how he gets out is we show the Republicans in Congress that if you want to keep your seat, you got to remove him. If you don't, we're removing you for him. We'll remove you, and then we'll remove him. So it's either you do it or we do it. Either way, pick. So once people be empowered, and I think what we're seeing, when you say I see him empowered, yes, but you really need to look beyond just seeing him getting expansion of power, see how he's reacting to it, and please don't look at the mainstream media is just going to feed you stuff. You're going to doom scroll. You're going to see a lot of stuff, and you're going to be like, oh my God, he's consolidating power. And that's what I'm here for, JJ Legal. I'm in the dockets. I show people beyond beyond the cases, what happens after, the headlines. And when I show behind the headlines, they're losing. The Supreme Court, sadly, is like letting him carry on with the agenda on a temporary basis, which is damaging. But he loses most of the time. People say, I remember I posted something and someone said, it's about time that the district court's a judge stood up to him. I'm like, judges have been standing up to him. You just haven't been paying attention. Judges have been standing up to the Trump administration. Most people have not been paying attention to it. And so when they find an article, they see something comes across the screen or see one of my videos, they're like, oh my God, finally, good news. There's been good news. So I invite you and anyone else who's not following me to follow. I'm JJ Legal. I'm in the dockets. And and I've been doing this. I just recently went full time on doing this and sharing the news, and how you can support me if you want to continue seeing this type of content and not have me go back to what I was doing before, is you can just share this video for free. Share with other people you know. Sign up, go to jjlegal.com, which is my name.com, and sign up for a newsletter so you get straight into your email box. I'm about to send a newsletter today. It's Saturday, October 4th. And you will get, so you get the newsletter, you sign up for free, you share it with someone else, you binge watch my playlist, so you watch this on YouTube. Oh, if you want something in exchange for your support, you can get my $1 Know Your Rights cards, which I am moving over to Fourth Wall. So if you watch this on YouTube, it's going to be right below there. You can get my Know Your Rights card, case tracker, so you can keep track of all the cases and also find out and keep track of the organizations and entities that are filing these lawsuits and support them, donate to them, join their email list. So when there's a call to action, you can help and activate. You can get my templates. I have templates for the legal mixed status families and content creators. And then finally, I have a series of merch with just sayings I say here. Each one, teach one. Operation 2/3, which is my one woman campaign to get 2/3 of Congress so we can impeach and remove Donald Trump. I digress. I'm a fan of voting rights. I'm a fan of human rights. No one is illegal. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see it there. Please support me by getting one of these merch and show your support and solidarity for your fellow man and your fight and role in the resistance. All right, JJ Legal, each one, teach one, share this video.